respiratory tract infections, corona. How to protect? Mask or medical mask? Which is better? Hi, I have to introduce myself as well. I am Dr. Chandramohan, interventional pulmonologist from Hyderabad, specialist in asthma, allergy, and chest diseases, consultant of Leelavati Skin and Chest Care and Dr. Chandu's Chest Care of Hyderabad. Mask. Why you have to use? What is its role? Respiratory tract infections, also called as RTA, are one of the 10 common leading causes of mortality and morbidity from which we need to protect. So, masks are the one of the steps for the prevention of this. Most common agents causing respiratory tract infections are viruses. Other agents are bacteria and this picture showing various diseases about the mortality and morbidity ratio, the ranking based on the mortality and morbidity ratio. COPD is the third leading cause. Lower respiratory tract is the fifth leading cause of mortality in 2007, and tuberculosis is the seventh leading cause, and asthma is the eighth leading cause of mortality and morbidity. When it comes to the ranking in 2017, COPD is the second most common cause. Fifth one is the lower respiratory tract infections. Sixth one is the tuberculosis, asthma. Eighth one. Coming to the causes and types of respiratory tract infections. Respiratory tract infections are often spread by coughing and sneezing up from someone who had got infected. There are several different types of respiratory tract infections. They are usually grouped into upper respiratory tract infections and lower respiratory tract. Upper respiratory tract infections includes sinus, from sinus to throat, whereas the lower respiratory tract infection starts from the airways and ends in the lungs. So it is grouped upper respiratory tract, common cold, sinusitis, sinus infection, tonsillitis. When it comes to examples for the lower respiratory tract infection, bronchitis, bronchiolitis, chest infection like pneumonia. As I already told you, the most common causative agents are viruses. So they are grouped into various clinical symptoms based on the virus etiology. The common cold is caused by rhinovirus, other viruses like P. coronavirus, RSV, coronavirus, adenovirus. Pharyngitis is caused by rhinovirus, influenza virus, Epstein-Barr virus, CMV, HSV, HIV. Tracheobronchitis caused by influenza, adenovirus, rhinovirus. Croup is caused by influenza, adenovirus, measles virus, P1V1 and P1V2. Bronchiolitis is caused by RSV, human COVID virus, NL63, Boca virus. Whereas pneumonia in adults is caused by influenza, adenovirus, RSV, measles, varicella zoster virus, and human COVID virus like SARS virus, and now COVID, the present COVID infection also. Children, it is caused by pneumonia. In children, it is caused by RSV, influenza, measles, PIV, adenovirus, rhinovirus, CMV. Whereas the immunocompromised like HIV and diabetes cases, other malignant cases, immunocompromised conditions like that. CMV, HSV, varicella zoster virus, adenovirus, RNA viruses. The respiratory tract infections are spread called transmission of respiratory tract infection, commonly through air from person to person by inhaling respiratory droplets while coughing and sneezing, or by contact. The transmission can also occur by touching the nose or mouth by hand or other objects exposed to the virus, such as toys, any surface that have been previously touched by someone with having suffered. By transmission is route by contact. It may be a contact means inoculation of organisms or viruses into the over the mucous membranes by contaminated hands. So either by direct, deposited on persons from one infected person to other person, deposited on objects. Virus transfers through contaminated fomites, like fomites are objects like doorknobs, doorbells, all these things, computers. The various common organisms which causes the respiratory tract infections, which can spread through various different modes. The bacteria will spread either by direct contact, this Neisseria streptococcus and Streptococcus pneumonia will transmit by direct contact, and also large and medium droplets, also called as aerosol, and tiny droplets, also called as aerosols or droplet nucleoli. Bacteria, this will not spread. Whereas Mycobacterium, which is a common causative organism in the tuberculosis, will spread particularly through the aerosol route, tiny droplets. The viruses, as we already saw, influenza virus, adenovirus, and respiratory syncytial virus, rhinovirus, majority will transmit through direct contact, and large and medium droplets also, and only few will spread through the aerosol or droplet nuclei, particularly rhinovirus and respiratory syncytial virus. And among our now the COVID virus also will transmit through the aerosol or droplet nuclei by airborne route, also called as droplets. The size of the particles will be more than 5 micrometers, and remain only short time in the air, that is less than 17 minutes, and it will travel very short distances, less than 1 meters, okay, and will travel to other transmit to other persons while during the coughing. Nuclei are also called as aerosols or droplet nuclei, which are less than 5 micrometer in size, and which remain in air for almost for longer times, and will travel in the air for longer distance, more than 1 meter, and deposits over the respiratory tract, including the lower, and reaches the lower airways also. Again, coming back to original picture. So the viruses like respiratory syncytial virus, rhinovirus, COVID virus will transmit through tiny droplet, aerosol or droplet nuclei will travel long distance. Other viruses like influenza will travel the short and mid range by direct contact and large medium droplet aerosol. So this pic showing the various droplet. So large droplets is traveling around roughly about 1 to 3 feet, and medium droplets will traveling about 3 to 5 feet, and droplet nucleoli or large smaller nucleoli is traveling more than beyond 5 feet. Our COVID virus comes in the range of both the ranges with travel more than beyond 3 meters, 3 feet distance. So, how the viruses will enter into the body? So, after inhalation, after exposing into the contacted person or suffering from a disease, the virus enters into the respiratory tract, that is air tubes. After entering into the tubes, the virus starts dividing or replicating the respiratory in the respiratory tract itself. So, after replication it causes damage to the respiratory tract and it becomes swollen and inflamed. After that it reaches into the other parts of the body through bloodstream. So, reaching heart, brain, kidney, other parts, which is called as, we can call as sepsis. Coronavirus or COVID-19, how it spreads. COVID-19 spreads primarily from person to person through air, that is called droplet infection. Droplets released from who is suffering from corona or COVID-19 while coughing or sneezing, the droplets released will land on the opposite persons nearby or over the mouth or nose or over the hand. So, while contacting by like shake hand or hugging, you will get it, or by through droplet. Other mode of spread is from person to person is by contact mode. So, by contact through doorknobs, low taps, lift buttons, computers, personal pens. How it is reaching? Through coughing or sneezing. How it is gets transmitted? So, a person suffering from COVID-19 each cough contains about 3000 droplets, whereas a single sneeze can produce up to 10,000 droplets. So, these viruses becomes airborne and can travel to nearby surfaces or persons whoever they through droplet infections. So, if these droplets fall on the land or surfaces, the virus may survive for as much as 24 hours on cardboard and up to 3 days in stainless steel and other items, according to the recent survey. How to prevent, how to protect? The prevention mode is stopping the spread of the germs by various methods, like avoid close contact with people who are sick, cover your face while coughing or sneezing with the tissue paper, avoid touching your nose, eyes and mouth, and when you are in public or when you are exposed, use the mask which will prevent it, and clean and disinfect frequently. For touching any object or surfaces. And stay home when you are sick. Avoid to expose to other persons to protect the other people and society. and wash your hands oftenly with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, according to the CDC guidelines or WHO guidelines. The main mode of prevention is at least social distancing. So maintain at least 1 meter or 3 feet distance between you and anyone is coughing or sneezing. The recent studies already also showing more than 3 meters also can travel the virus. And when to use a mask? For healthy people, use the mask if you are taking care of a person suspected of COVID-19 infection, or while you are out of the house or exposed to any other person, and compulsory to wear the mask if you are coughing or sneezing. Masks are effective only when used in combination with social distancing and repeated hand washing. And if you wear a mask, then you must know how to use it, dispose it properly. And the chances of transmission, the prevention after using the mask. If you have wear the mask, you are healthy and you are exposed to COVID-19 carrier or who is suffering from a patient who is not wearing a mask, then the chances of transmission or getting infection is the probability is more than 70%. And if you are not wearing a mask, but the COVID-19 carrier or the patient have wear the mask, then the chances of transmission also up to 5%. And you have also wear the mask, and the COVID-19 carrier or suspected is also having the mask, then the rate of transmission can be reduced up to 1.5%. And coming to the types of masks, homemade masks, which can be prepared at home by anybody, are available anywhere. Surgical masks commonly used in the medical professionals, and N95 respirators, which is preferably advised for the medical community, which is approved by the WHO ISO certified one. The commonly routinely used with the homemade mask or cloth mask, particularly advised for the community purpose. And the people should also follow social distancing, repeated hand washing, avoid touching with the other persons, along with the use of homemade mask or cloth mask, easily made at home or by using any cloth breathable material such as cotton or medical or surgical mask. Preferably advisable for the frontline healthcare workers resistant to fluids, and it will filter with small particulate contaminants in the air. Should follow the guidelines as advised by the ICMR. Most of the times it is made up of polypropylene following fabrication guidelines. Another type is preferably it is used for the healthcare workers as advised by the WHO, N95 or K95 mode. It will filter 95% of the small particles when tightly fitted. Advisable for the frontline healthcare workers as well by WHO guidelines or CDC guidelines. Manufactured using a specialized materials and processes. When to use a surgical mask? Surgical film, I already told you, no, is preferably used for the healthcare workers or who is exposed to the medical professionals supporting medical staff, particularly in a cohorted area, that is where there is no patient contact but the patients are there. For example, cleaning the room, equipment cleaning, discharge the patient room, clean, etc. Surgical face mask. And PPE also to be worn, to be weighed along with the surgical face mask for while doing these purposes. And close patient contact within 1 meter distance. For example, providing patient care, direct home care visit, diagnostic imaging, phlebotomy services, physiotherapy, etc. All these people, those who are doing the above jobs category should also wear the medical or surgical face mask, and PP preferably advised to use the PPE kit, which also contains, along with the surgical face mask, apron, blouse, eye protection. When to use FFP3 respirator? So, when carrying aerosol generating procedures and a patient with possible or confirmed COVID-19, then high risk of chances of contamination, then you should wear the FFP3 respirator, or that is equivalent is N95 mask. Aerosol generating procedures like intubation, extubation, related procedures such as manual mechanical ventilation institution, open suctioning, tracheostomy procedures, bronchoscopy, surgery and post-mortem procedures involving high-speed devices, some dental procedures such as high-speed drilling, NIV, and high frequency oscillating ventilation, high flow nasal oxygen, induction of sputum. All these procedure will involve aerosol generation. Then it is preferable to use FFP3 respirator or N95 mask. So, along with the respirator, you have to use the long sleeve disposable gown, that is PPE kit. So, long sleeve disposable gown, gloves, disposable eye protection. Always check the N95, the respirator should tie it properly. Proper fitting also will cause the protection will be less. Which direction we have to use the regular method is the WHO guidelines is always the colored side should be outside, the white side should be inside. And so how to wear a mask? So wear it with the colored side facing outside, white side facing in, ensure it covers the nose and mouth completely, and tie the loop straps around your head or over the ear, and use the fingers to press the concealed metal wire or the fiber to fit exactly the shape of the nose, so that it will no droplets will reach beyond over the face mask. How to wear a mask safely? So what are the do's? So before wearing a mask, wash your hands before touching the mask. Inspect the mask. Any tears or any tears in the tying knots, find out the top side where the metal piece or the stiff edge will be there, and ensure a color side should face outside. The green color should be face outside. Place the metal piece or stiff edge over the nose and cover your mouth and nose completely, including the chin. Adjust the mask to your face without leaving any gaps over the mouth, over the nose, over the chin. Avoid touching the mask, the front side. Remove the mask. So while removing, remove the mask from the behind the ears or head. Keep the mask away from you and surfaces while removing it. Directly drop it into over the dustbin, closed dustbin, and wash your hands after discharging the mask. What are the do nots while wearing a mask? Don't use a ripped or damaged mask. Don't wear the mask only over the mouth or nose. Don't wear a loose mask. Don't touch the front of the mask. Do not remove the mask to talk with somebody else or to other things that would require touching the mask. Do not leave your mask, usual mask, over the table or other areas which can be exposed to other persons. Don't reuse the mask. Don't wash the mask. And remember that mask alone will not protect you from COVID-19. Maintain at least 1 meter, that is social distance is the primary criteria. Primary preventive measures along with the usage of the mask will only help preventing from the spread of the infection. Metal knob over the nose, if it has been pressed properly, then the spread of the reaching the germs into it, and then the metal knob always should face the over the nose, not over the chin, and should be adjusted along the shape of the nose so that it will prevent the entry of the germs. The ear knobs, ear threads, one should face above the ears and one will face the below the ears. Tying both over the same area is not also correct, and keeping the mask below the chin is also wrong. If you tie properly, the respirator will capture at least 95% of the particles from the air that passes through it. Clean and sanitize your homemade mask. Don't wash the surgical mask because it is made up of separate material which cannot be washable, which cannot be useful for the reuse condition. Homemade mask can be washed. So after using the homemade mask or cloth mask, thoroughly wash the mask along with the soap and warm water and leave it to dry in hot sun for at least 5 to 6 hours. If you don't have the access to sun, then follow the second step. Place the mask in water in a pressure cooker and pressure boil for it for at least 10 minutes and leave it to dry. Adding a big pinch of salt to the water is recommended. And if you don't have a provision of a pressure cooker, then you can boil any hot water for 15 minutes. If you don't have access to the pressure cooker or boiling water, then and if no exposure to the sun, then wash it thoroughly, wash and clean with the soap and apply heat on the mask using a regular ironing machine. You can use the iron machine, which can be used for regular ironing purpose, the clothes. There are many people who don't have the facility to purchase or opportunity for provision of the mask. Then you can prepare the mask. You can use 2 layers of the kitchen towel by cutting equally. Put a tissue paper in between it and tape a wire over the both side borders and below borders, and put 2 punch holes on each side. Put any elastic thread and you can use the mask. If you have a material, a good fabric material which can be breathable like cotton, then you can cut the surface equally into 2 bases like 10 inches length, 6 inches width. The 2 edges can be stitched using a stitching machine and put in an elastic over the side of the stitch. And follow the social distance along with the using the face mask. Thank you.